What is up, HD Reefers? Mr. Reef HD here with another video. I know I already posted a video today, so I guess you're gonna get two, because I wasn't gonna do all this, but yeah, it's Friday, and unfortunately, it is the last day of dry January, so can't partake in any of that. And then the worst part is I work the next 3 days in a row, so it'll be a while. Anyway, I'm going to be setting up my Apex system, my auto top off, and my doser. So I brought it all up from the basement. Bunch of wires. There's the auto top off reservoir. I'm using a Tunes. I don't know which model it is. I've had it probably 5 years, so not the newer one. That's also not the newer Apex, because a new one just dropped I think a year or so ago. And then here's my 3 elements that I dose: alkalinity, calcium, magnesium. So I'm going to set you guys up on the tripod, and we're going to get this all hooked up. Alright guys, so for this, I wasn't expecting, I was planning on putting it on top of here. That just isn't going to work. So I'm using a box right now. Obviously I'll have to find a little stand or build one right there, and what I'll do is keep it open just in case. Actually, maybe I'll make it just as wide as this, so that way, yeah, I'll just build it up off of this. I'll just do like a little L and connect it right here, so that way this could slide under it. The Apex, my temperature and pH and all that stuff, this hasn't been working for a while anyway. And then my salinity one doesn't work either, so I'm gonna have to order all new ones of these. I do got my control module. It's got a little water on it. I use mainly my phone anyway, so this thing's pretty much obsolete anyway. I probably won't even put it on, honestly. So yeah, we got the auto top off in. We got the reservoir. We got the Apex EB whatever 8, EB8, yeah, EB8. I'll be using all the ports on the side of that as soon as the new probes get here. Another thing, where did I put it? Oh, right here. So this is what I was using downstairs for my alkalinity and calcium and magnesium, but it doesn't fit on this rimmed sump. So right now I'm using my Apex. Those usually hold all 4 of those probes, but since I'm not putting them in there right now, I can use it for these. You always want your elements to be dripping in a high flow area, so I put them right there. They'll mix up pretty good before, I guess, they get sucked in and blown into the tank. That might be a little too close for some people's liking. I haven't had a problem with it, and I had it in the same, both of these were in the same positioning downstairs in the basement too. The alkalinity can build up on your return pump, but I haven't had that problem yet. I know some people do. I haven't. So I'm going to keep it right there. So yeah, they're all 3 drip right there, and then get sucked in and dispersed into the tank. And I need to also get a new holder for that because I have it rigged up there right now, because that's also for a rimless sump. And now I have a rimmed 20, I think this is a 20 long. I don't know, I got it from my building. It came in a tank breakdown a long time ago, and that broke moving it, so I just siliconed it back up and cleaned it out, good as new, at least in my opinion. I will try to keep this sump pretty clean because it is opened. This is like an open sump concept, so well, this is actually like a foyer desk, like people put it in their foyers and put their car keys and stuff on it. But I made it into a stand 5 years ago, just painted it black, and I got my little algae light, because I will be putting, I don't know if I'm going to do a ball of Chaeto in here or if I'm going to do Dragon's Breath. I might do my Dragon's Breath in here because it is going to be open and people will see it. So it would be nicer to have something cool looking rather than, I mean, I'm not going to lie, a ball of Chaeto just rolling is pretty freaking cool, but a ball of Dragon's Breath rolling is 10 times better. So I'll probably, and I only have a small little piece of it left in the 10 gallon, and it's not doing too hot in there. So in here rolling, I'm sure it will do great. So yeah, so as far as filtration in this tank, I'm just going to have a filter sock, and then I'll have some sort of macroalgae in here, and that's it. I'm not going to have anything crazy. I'm not going to have no skimmers. I will have the reactor in here. What I was going to say about the reactor is some people run them 24/7 with carbon and GFO and whatnot. Carbon should only be used, why am I going out of focus here? Carbon should only be used when you're trying to pull something out of your water. So the reason why GFO, and that's the reason why GFO comes in the chamber before the carbon. So it goes through the GFO and then it goes to the carbon, because GFO is basically like granulated rust. At the end of the day, that's all it really is. It's pretty much just rust. It looks like rust. You could smell it. It smells like rust. So it goes through that, and then it has to go through the carbon to pull that back out of the water, because if you get rust in your water, then you're going to get high levels of metal. So that's why you shouldn't be running carbon 24/7. I have people all the time ask me, hey, my stuff is not looking as colored up as when I got it, and blah, 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 blah. And I always ask them, that's the first thing I say, do you run carbon 24/7? And they say yes. You know, because it clears your water, it gets metals out of your water, unwanted metals. But you got to realize there are trace metals that you do need in your water column. You just do. All of these animals in here, they need trace metals. That being copper, and I know copper's the number one no-no. You know that everybody knows that copper's the number one no-no in a reef tank. But in trace amounts, you do need that. Your corals do need that. They need iron, they need nickel, they need manganese, manganum, whatever. They need all that stuff. So yes, in high amounts it's toxic, but you do need a trace amount of that. And if you're running carbon 24/7, you're taking all of that out of your water. So your corals are not going to color up. Iron does your all your corals that have warm colors, orange, yellows, reds, all iron does keep all those colors, all the warm colors nice and bright. And then you got your potassium, which keeps all of your blue, like cold color corals, the color that they need to be. So if you're running carbon in your tank 24/7 and your corals are looking bleached out or not very happy, I would tell you stop running that and give it about 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, and look at your corals then and compare them, because I could tell you your corals are going to color back up. They need the trace metals. They just do. The only time you should be using carbon is when you're trying to pull something out of your water, whether it be metal, whether it be a medication, whatever you're trying to get out, carbon will pull it out. So that's going back to my reactor. I don't really need it right now because I don't have anything in my water that I'm trying to get out. So that's where it was hanging before, because when I first moved here, this tank was set up like this. I don't remember what kind of sump I had under here. It wasn't this one. But anyway, yeah, I had the reactor sitting right there and on standby, because anytime I needed it, I'll just go on my phone and it'd be plugged in, just waiting. And that's what I do, is I put carbon in it, and if something goes bad or I send out an ICP test and metals come back, I just flip that on for about a week, and my tank's ready to rock and roll. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this part. I don't think I'm going to be adding any more equipment onto this tank. This is basically all of it. I just got to build a little stand for this, make it look a little nicer, do some cord management. Obviously this needs to go back in there. And I do need to hook up my what's it called? Oh, that guy, because that's not I got a Nero 5 in here on that side, and then I got a, what is this one? SLW 20. Eventually I'll get another Nero 5, but for now that's what's pushing this tank as far as wave makers. And then down here I just got the DCQ 8000, and that's all the equipment that you need. As far as, you know, LPS and softies, I know I do have quite a bit of acros in here. All those are going to be going into the 40-gallon breeder, and that tank will have a skimmer on it, just because in this tank I cater to all of my LPS and softies. So my nitrates are really high in this tank, my phosphates are really high. My acros do good, they grow. They just don't got the polyp extension, but they do grow. But when I put them in the other tank and I do the skimmer in there, trust me, that'll be low nutrients, and those guys will be a lot happier. They're still fine and growing in here, but they're definitely not thriving like they should be. So, I mean, I could take care of that and get all of the nitrates and phosphates down in here, but then, you know, it's kind of taken away from my other corals. It's possible. I mean, it happens. People do mixed reefs, and you can. And here's an example of you can do it. All of these have been growing. All of them got new shoots on them, and they do good, but they could be doing a lot better, because that tank's going to get a lot of light too. I'm going to do 3 of those Hydra 26s on it. And I mean, this is a 4-foot long tank and it's only got 2 Hydra 26s. So imagine a 36-inch tank with 3 of them. They're going to be loving life. But yeah, so there's a little view of my frag tank that's at home, and taking it from out of the basement and bringing it all up here and let this thing do its thing. So if any of you that are watching like this video, give it a like, subscribe, share if you want. I'll be doing more updates on this now, because now it's probably going to be part of the channel. Yeah, I'm just trying to grow this channel and be informational for you guys, and pretty soon we'll be doing some fun stuff. We'll be doing, I mean, whatever, I don't know, but we'll just say maybe octopus tank, maybe seahorse tank, maybe a shark tank, who knows? I mean, I got the space for it. We can get that going at the building for sure. So, thank you guys for watching, and as always, happy reefing.